Hey there, it's April the 9th, 2013, and I just have kind of an odds and ends vlog style video today. This first little bit here, I just wanted to play a little bit of the Mike Maloney video that came out today. It's only 1 minute long. Definitely check this one out.
And we've got these consolidations. They last on the average about 18 months, and we're in the fourth one of these, and it is now 18 months old. I have a feeling that gold and silver are going to start rising very soon.
Okay, this is a logarithmic chart, obviously. But then he goes and does a trend line there, and then draws, where is it here? He draws a parallel trend line and puts it down there. It's a good, very quick video. It's kind of Endless Mountain style. But if you like Mike Maloney and haven't checked this out, then do so. And he does have another one. This one here, he talks about Cyprus, demand for silver that's just, through the roof right now, and a few other things, his buying strategy right now and stuff like that. So it's kind of everything you want to know, everything you'd want to hear in about 6.5 minutes. So he did 2 videos today, and both of them are really good. I'm going to put the links down below. I keep getting asked if I have any footage of Mike Maloney discussing the Dreaded Divergence, and no, I don't. I just have secondhand information and the one photo of it. But I heard from Dan why gold and silver today, and he said that he's going to get that footage to me as soon as possible. So if I get it and if I'm allowed to share it, then I'll share it with you guys too. The Dow is at all-time record highs today, again, still. I got myself one of those Wolf 20 for 20s. They're a very nice coin. I haven't enjoyed all the 20 for 20s, but this is one of the nicer ones, I think. I got this for 25 bucks locally, and I can get as many of those as I want at that price. I think you can get them for 20 bucks plus shipping from the Royal Canadian Mint. I don't know if they're still in stock or not. If they are, that's probably the best bet. If they're not, or if you don't want to do it that way, let me know. Just email me or whatever, and we'll set something up. It would be about 30 bucks if I pay all my costs on top of the 25 bucks. So if that's worth it for you, let me know. These are obviously for coin collectors. This is not bullion. You can get almost an ounce of silver for this price now. So if if just after the silver, definitely go for the ounce of silver. In silver price action, we had an update today, obviously. We've been struggling at around the $27 mark for a little while now, and we finally managed to pop back up to 28, but couldn't break through there. So we are now sitting at 27.85. I'll pull out a little bit. That's the hourly chart, and even better is the 5-hourly, showing the drastic drop down last week. The bottom that we hit at 26.5, and today's move back up. Now that 26.5 level, that seems to ring a bell. What if we zoom out a little bit? Yes. The level that we have touched, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, possibly 8, depending how you count it, times. That 26.5 or 26 and change level is becoming legendary support. It still certainly can be broken through. We're clearly not out of the woods yet. Anything can happen. But it's just amazing to see that level of support so many times now. This next segment is about Bitcoin, so feel free to skip ahead if you're not interested. A few things to say about this. This is the best Bitcoin chart I've found so far. It's called bitcoin.clarkmoody.com. I'll put the link down below and you can check it out if you're interested in it. But it's got volume along the bottom, as you can see, and below that it shows every trade that occurs. The person sending and receiving is anonymous, of course, but the amounts and the prices are not anonymous because that's part of the market. So, but anyhow, another thing I wanted to say, obviously, is wow, $240 Bitcoin. It's interesting to see, for sure. I'm still sticking to my $1,000 prediction from, I think it was about 40 bucks when I said that. And we'll see. But another thing I wanted to just mention about this Bitcoin chart is just how beautifully it follows technical analysis. When we have these pullbacks which hit these support levels, which are moving averages, you'll see massive volume come in, and boom, the price pops right back up again. And then you'll see, like here, it's just floating along, bouncing along this moving average, and then boom, lifts off from it, doesn't come back to it, gets a little too high, comes back down, and comes back here for a test. You know, it's just really, really good to see an unmanipulated market. There's no high-frequency trading going on here. There's no government getting involved. There's no banks being involved. It's just a free market, or as free as we can get, and as free as we can hope for right now, I think. But to see these, you know, forces of supply and demand that you read about, that you theorize about, and then to actually see them happen and to actually see it playing out is so interesting. And it just makes me realize that gold and silver would be doing this exact same thing. In fact, they'd be doing even better than Bitcoin because they have intrinsic value, which is one step up on Bitcoin, which does not have any intrinsic value. Of course, you can send a Bitcoin like that, and you can't send an ounce of gold like that, but, you know, everything has its pros and cons, and Bitcoin is currency, and gold and silver are money. But anyhow, it is just a joy to look at this chart and a joy to watch this chart. I can go to bed and make a prediction, and in the morning, at least half the time, I'm within $1 of the Bitcoin price, because I can see the technical levels that it's moving to. It follows Fibonacci analysis. It follows support lines and trend lines. It breaks out when it reaches a point. Let's look at this daily chart here. You can hardly see the detail now because it's so flattened out because we've moved up so high. But back here, when we were watching it go from 40, it went up to 50 right here, peaked, and then it couldn't quite break through. And it took several days. Each of these candles is a day. And when it finally broke through the 50 point, it went to 70 immediately. Then it had a pullback. Then it went to 90, had a pullback. And it went to 130, had a pullback. So it's really, really interesting and really, really cool to see what something does when it's heavily in demand but not being manipulated. The price goes up, and the price of something going up stimulates more demand because, well, there's a mania sense, there's a panic buying sense to it. So that's coming into effect now too. Will it continue to go up? Yes, I think it will. What's going to stop it? I don't know. There's not a lot of things that can stop Bitcoin. I think that the government is going to have to do something about it. There's going to have to be some kind of event or some kind of law passed or something that's going to change things. But until then, the free market is speaking, and the free market is saying we're going to park some value in this currency, and it's just going up and up and up. And I hope Davinci will do a video on this because he knows a lot more about it than I do. I'm not the Bitcoin guy. I'm looking at it sort of from an outsider's perspective and just very interested in seeing what I can learn from it. But I hope that someone with a bit more knowledge and a bit more experience like Davinci will come back and do some more videos, because there's so much going on in this day by day, even hour by hour, and I don't even think any of it's really being covered, and I'm certainly not the one to do it. Anyhow, that's about all I wanted to say in this video. I'll leave you with this shot as it's looking out across my yard and out into the valley just outside of Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. And then I will go from here to a couple shots of my garden at my grandma's house in the greenhouse. And you can have a look at my tomato plants and see what they're doing. By the way, if you're doing tomato plants this year, you're really on last call for getting those seeds into little pots inside. Yeah, you're really leaving it long if you wait any longer than this. Alright guys, talk to you soon. It's April the 6th and I'm in my grandma's greenhouse. Here are my Sweet 100 tomato seedlings. Looks like almost 100% germination rate here, and they're looking pretty healthy. Over here I have the Black Prince cherry tomatoes and some Amish paste tomatoes. Crows are having a fit.